Millie Odhiambo and find out when will politicians...
Before you go to Millie, because I also have the right to reply, let me respond as follows. Number one, Millie Odhiambo is one lady who is known for very bad manners in terms of disturbing parliament and also, abusing the presidency, which, of course, she would want her party leader to get. I don't know whether she also expects that the same can be done of a party. And in fact and indeed, when you look at the people which TNA has nominated in the past, because TNA and URP are the ones that are now Jubilee, you have Teya, who is a Maasai, you have Amin Abdallah, a Somali, you have Korere, who is a Dorobo. There are people from across, and if you look at the Senate, the same issue. So you cannot come and profile Bichage and start saying because there are 10,000 Kikuyus who are in your constituency,
and they live happily.
And no,
and they live happily.
Just listen. Just listen. I did not interfere. I did not interfere with your submission, please, kindly. Because this is the rowdiness that, of course, ODM is very used to now that you have the uniform. The issue is, in Roiro constituency, there is a very huge group of Kisiis. Predominantly there, they even have a place called Keroka. So to start imagining that in central Kenya, where you don't have enclaves of individuals who are not Kikuyu, is not true. 135,000 voters in Ruiru are not Kikuyu. So don't come and do the same thing or profiling the Kikuyu because there are 10,000 in their constituency and using this forum to fight your opponent, Tongi, who is Jubilee affiliated, and saying Mwaura will defect. And because Matiangi is one of the best performing ministers, you cannot provide evidence that Matiangi is giving people money to support the government. You cannot come here and claim that Matiangi, because he's a cabinet minister, the only thing that he's telling the Kisiis to vote for Jubilee is because he will retain his job. Matiangi is qualified.
He said it himself.
You need to provide that evidence. Matiangi is qualified. He is an education minister. He has streamlined our examinations. People are now getting credible A's. He must be treated with respect. We must not belittle the idea that when the president is trying to make sure that we have the national face of this country, you fight people just because you want to prove that your ethnic community belongs to a certain political party. And let me move forward and say this, that in this country, we must be honest. We must be very honest with each other. That when people are gunning for various positions, they may want to pretend that it is actually a national cause. But deep within, why, for example, would you want to say that a Kikuyu voting for Uhuru is a tribalist, but a Luo voting for Raila is not a tribalist? That is double standards. We must have a situation where we agree, we are in political competition, and we must move the narrative. And that is what Jubilee is doing. We are saying, instead of keeping on saying, oh, this tribe, that tribe, can we move the narrative around development issues? Can we say, what has the government been able to do for the last 4 years? What are the opposition counties that have been led